Welcome back to NASCAR Heat 5. Folks, we have made a quick change for this race, and basically, I'm not running a 400-mile race. I'm just not doing it. I just got done racing at Mid-Ohio and Xfinity. I think 200 miles at Texas is plenty of race to do. That's what we're going to do. We're still going to have stages. We have stages in the truck series, but we are not going to run the full 400-mile race. That's it. That's the answer I'm giving. Anyway, we do still have 84 laps, so we still do have 2 miles or 200 miles to run in this race. Plenty of a race to come. And we got to get out there, do some practice. But before we do that, we have to set up the truck, and I will get back with you as soon as I have it all set up. All right, we made a change. Our aero is up to 95 as well now. We've got both our short track. Our short track truck will be ready for Iowa in the next time we race the trucks. We do still have Xfinity, I believe, here at Texas next episode. But our Speedway truck is maxed out 95s across the board. So that's pretty nice for us. As I said before, we've got 84 laps in this race, 200 miles. We'll go ahead and pick the proper truck, which we've done, and we will see you at qualifying. All right, we achieved our practice goal. Let's go ahead and qualify, see where we end up here. We have achieved our incentive as well, but we're going for wins every race now. That's the goal. All right, here we go. Coming out of the quad oval.
1 lap to go. Concentrate.
Doing our qualifying lap. We didn't get it down as far as I wanted to. We'll see how this one goes. Maybe we'll get a better entry and be able to keep it down, or we won't, and I'll do something similar. Oh, we brought it down at the end there, though. That's good. Yeah, we got it a little loose coming out, but we're all right now, I guess.
All right.
Oh, wow. Miss it by 300s, not even 2.8 100ths of a second. 12th place qualifying. Of course, the goal is a win, but also we're trying to just get 10th place every time. Top 5, Hill, Sauter, Friesen, Endfinger, and Boyd. Custom drivers. Cost in 10th place. Schildhaus 13th. Payne 15th. Egan 16th. Stout 17th. Smith 18th. Graham 21st. Bethel 23rd. Norton 24th. Chavez 25th. Norick 26th. Malone 27th. Kenseth 28th, Perez 29th, Carpenter 30th, Jones 31st, and Oliveira 32nd. Got 200 miles coming up here for the SpeedyCash.com 200, and Natalie Decker failed pre-race inspection, confession, whatever. She's at the back. Austin Hill is at the front, and Spencer Boyd with an engine change is at the back. We've got 84 laps starting right now as the green flag drops. Bring up the standings. Get a nice launch. We're going to go ahead and jump inside. Get a nice run inside of Jordan Anderson. Max Koss already trying to wreck his whole race, trying to wreck us. We're on the inside, so he's certainly not going to wreck us, so that was dumb. We get on the inside of Ray Hume. Ray Hume going to... a little squirrely right there. Not really sure what that was about for him, but I think it was Jennifer Joe Cobb was there, and he didn't expect her to be there.
Right, you're clear.
As Angela Rutsch kind of moves up the track, and we're going to get a nice run on the inside, but we do get loose out of 4. We need to keep in mind about that, because that's going to be, I mean, we've got a lot of speed, we've got a lot of turn in this truck, but a loose out of 4 concerns me. Because we are fast, as you can tell.
Stay on the bottom.
Whoa, oh, I forgot. Johnny Sauter hates us. He just puts himself sideways. He recovered it? I think he did. His caution does not come out. I forgot about his hate for us as he just decided to drive down on us. I was not expecting it. Move ourselves up into 4th place. We've got 17 in this stage. I think that this is the type of race that we can drive away with, to be honest. Our qualifying lap, we didn't have a qualifying setup in it, per se. We had a race setup, so...
Still there.
I think my biggest concern, and it happened again, coming out of 4, and we start to get real loose, real fishtaily. But, ooh, I drove the crap out of that corner. I did a very bad job on those 2 turns.
You got room. You're clear there.
See if we can do better this time. Hold it down, get in front of Friesen. And then I just need to let the truck, well, I don't know, I'm going to have to figure out how to time that. It's not bad, but you know when it will be bad.
Careful, still there.
As soon as our tire wear goes up towards the end of a run. All of a sudden that little wiggle becomes a big waggle. That big waggle becomes us spinning around, and we don't want that at all. So we're going to get around Enfinger on the outside with our rocket ship of a truck, 95s all the way around. Let's see if we can do that. That was better. As long as we've got room to fade up, otherwise the concern is we're just going to have to try to hang on to it. Now, minimal cautions in this race would make for great stuff for us. Of course, every time that there is a stage break, it's the equivalent of a caution, so we're going to have at least 2 of them. The reason why it matters to me is because we're going to be around a lot of traffic during those times as we're driving around. Enfinger gets to our inside, slight contact, going to send us up a bit. And, yeah, we got loose again, but we were able to catch it. Just going to have to keep being the best that we can be.
Careful, still there.
What's funny is we're gaining on Austin Hill as Grant Enfinger's driving away from us on the inside.
Still there.
I'm going to run middle of the track right now and see how that does for the exit.
Careful, still there.
No, we're still losing it. So in the steering wheel, it goes completely, and then it grabs back up. I don't know. I think you could, wow. Bounce, 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 and caution will come out for that. We'll pit and drive through the back. That was stupid. I put myself in the back after that. It was my fault. I was paying more attention to... I was paying attention to things I didn't need to be paying attention to is really what happened there. So now we get to figure it out through all the trucks that don't like us. Good news, like Oliveira's not going to wreck us, so we can be on the outside of him.
Stay high, stay high.
But Chavez loathes us, so we need to not get run up into the wall by him. Can I get around him? And on the inside, and there we go. Just do the best that we can do right here. To avoid murder. Oh, wow. Kenseth drives right down. Looks like he was absolutely going to wreck us. He did not. He gave us a tap, but he didn't do much more than that. I do have 2 times wear and tear on, so these trucks are going to be a little slower than they were before anyway. So we were multiple laps into the race, and we have fresh tires on us right now, and they do not. So expect the trucks that we were in front of anyway to be that much slower now. Ooh, that was a wall. Behind Jason White. And run this high line around and hopefully...
Stay high, stay high.
3 wide. Hopefully come out nicely. That was not terrible.
All clear.
Not terrible feeling. I mean, it was fine. We passed trucks, but we get around Harmon before we get to the turn.
Careful, still there.
And
right,
almost in the top 10 again as we have just incredible speed right now. Still running on the same difficulty.
Stay on the bottom
Just we're a good truck for now.
All clear.
If we have a 100% truck and we're going to stay in this league after the season, I would change it. I would put it at legend difficulty. But if we win the championship, we aren't staying. Just because of the mess up I had with all the angry rival drivers. Those relationships not improving at all no matter what we do, because anytime you're around them, they just run into you. And every time they run into you, all it does is increase their anger. So I don't know who caused the caution that time, but I stayed out, obviously, and we're going to get right back to it as we've got Schildhaus in our diagonally to the right of us, and I bring that up because him and Sauter are both drivers that are exactly what I just talked about, being rivals. So we'll drive on the inside of Sauter and get around him before the turn, which is important.
Still there?
We're back up in fourth place. Enfinger stayed out, and he has just a lot of damage on his truck right now, so not great for him, but
Careful, still there.
I hope that doesn't change our relationship, but it probably will. I mean, I did wreck him. I bounced off the wall, bounced on into him, and he spun out and backed it into the wall. He's still in the race, though, and he's still in the top 3 as we get around Austin Hill with our much fresher stuff and gonna drive away. And with that, we've got... That's the wrong one. Oh, it doesn't matter. We've got 1 lap left on the stage. So we'll finish this one out, and we'll do a speed up in stage 2.
White flag, dig, driver.
Getting a stage victory after driving from the back to the front is not too shabby, but driving from the back to the front right now, I don't know. Maybe I gotta do something to make it more difficult. It's not that it's not difficult, but this track and Charlotte really weren't that difficult for me, so probably, I don't know. I guess we could put it up to legendary difficulty and just see what it does. I do know that I am putting all the upgrades on the AI drivers, and they're all going to be pretty OP going forward, so, or the subscriber drivers are going to be pretty OP starting probably in 2 races. Not this one, probably not Iowa, but the following race. I'm just waiting for everyone to update. What do we got? 18 laps. We're not going to pit. We're fine. We're not going to pit. We'll stay out here in first place. We probably could have pit and still stayed in first, but I wasn't really thinking.
Coming to the green. Ready?
Green flag, Austin Hill on our outside.
All right, you're clear.
17 to go in stage number 2. Well, it makes me think we're going to have like 50 or 48 laps in stage 3, so it'll be a big deal. How much do we have in the tank? 17, so yeah, we have enough in the tank anyway. Just drive out this stage, and well, even though we have worn tires, we kind of gotten quite a jump on Austin Hill. Because I can drive it up and out like this, I'm not getting because there's nobody on my outside, I can let the car fade up off of 4, and we're not getting that loose coming out. Not as much grip as I wanted there. That's probably going to cost us quite a bit. Here comes Austin Hill with a huge run. Because he doesn't hate us, he didn't just blast through us, so that's nice. Other rival trucks will drive through you when you do that. I'm probably going to drop some spots now because I didn't pit. And it was the wrong choice to not pit. It was the wrong choice.
You're all clear up top.
As Austin Hill decides to stay hot. Yeah, our exit is real tight now because we're not on fresh stuff and we're pushing it. Okay, well, lessons have been learned. We'll have Matt Crafton probably get to our inside and drive away.
Clear down low.
Apparently not. He thought better of it maybe, or he thinks I'm absolutely crazy and didn't want to get involved in something with me still 1/3 into the race. Whatever his reason was, I appreciate it because now they're 3/10 behind and I'm kind of holding that. But by the end of this run, we're probably going to be pretty worn out with our tires. So if there is not a caution, we might be in a crappy spot. No one's going to pit if there is a caution, though, so we'll be doing back to front again. Oh, speak of the devil, there it is. So we'll go back to front again. It's fun, right? I don't know. I messed up. Speedy Jones is out of the race.
We're going green. Be ready. Green, green, green. Still there.
Got Carpenter on our inside. Oliveira in front of us again. We'll get on the outside of Oliveira to prevent us from getting run through by Smith. We'll probably try to do the same thing with Malone here if we can. I don't know how this is going to go.
there.
To the outside of Malone. No Rick's another one that won't run through us. Little wall contact there, but we're okay. Jeremiah Graham is somebody who will, so I'm hoping I can get around him before the turn is done.
All right,
There we go. Split these two. Perfect.
All right, clear outside.
Get up behind Bethel. She's a rival, so we'll have to be aware of what we're doing. So is Stout. Yeah. Hopefully I can, like, get on the gas a little early and get a good run out of here. Oh, we're not.
Still there. You're all clear up top there.
There goes Bethel. That one was her turning, but me not giving her any space to do that. If she turned down on us, I could have come off the gas. She probably would have recovered, but I didn't, and so she didn't. But guess what? She didn't lose anything. She just tried to fly down on us again. And there we go. More contact. It's okay. It's all fine. We're gonna take a quick look. Seven laps left. On the inside of Rutch, who's not going to come down on us because she doesn't hate us. Try to get around Kenseth before the entrance of the quad because he will hit us. He did. Jason White shouldn't, but he did crowd us pretty good there.
You got room. You're clear there.
Jennifer Jo Cobb won't. Max Koss back 13th place from his 10th place qualifying.
Stay on the bottom here.
Jump to the inside to get around some of these guys here. We've got Harmon.
Careful. Still there.
Our boss, Mike Harmon, who absolutely adores us in Xfinity and hates us here, though. It's funny to me.
Still there.
Boyd and Schildhouse still running together, and that's important because they're both rivals, so I don't really have a, hey, let me take the top or the bottom here to avoid it. Macy Kane getting a nice run going for him as he's up in front of them in 5th place. Looks like we made the right choice to get around Sauter and Schildhouse and go into turns 3 with Kane, though, bouncing off of us, and I knew that was going to happen, and he almost wiped himself out doing that. He slows up everyone that was right behind him doing that to us, and we end up coming out pretty clean as we're in top 5 with 4 to go in stage number 2. All right. Big run coming out of 2 there as we're going to get up behind Crafton, kind of try to split him and Friesen. Friesen should give us some room because he's not a rival. He did just that. As we are, we got a 4 loose, but we got it. Enfinger got his truck fixed during the cautions, so that's nice. Hopefully we don't have a nasty message from him at the end of this one as we start to try to track down Austin Hill with just a handful of laps left in stage number 2. He's got 8/10 on us, so we'll see where it ends up, but yeah, we'll catch him. We'll catch him. We had a really good exit off of 4, gained 2/10 on him with 2 to go.
Keep it going.
We'll do very good. Oh, he decides to go high line too, going through 1 and 2. That's just going to 3/10 up on him, 4/10. We're at his bumper. We're gonna get to his fender. We'll come off a little early here though. That just assures that we're not going to wash up the track into him at all. I don't want to do that.
All clear.
And here we go. There we are. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Back to front twice in this race, and that's, not great. That's why I have to probably adjust the difficulty, at least on this. I'm not going to do it again. I said it before. I won't be doing that on Xfinity because our car in Xfinity is a 3-star, and from what I know, also watching other people doing Legendary with a 3-star, you maybe get 2 positions. You're never vying for any kind of top spots anywhere in that. So we'll get a stage 2 victory as well as we look to dominate stage number 3 and finish out this race really strong. I tightened up the truck a little bit, hoping to help it later in the stage of the exit
Coming to
of
the
4.
green.
But
Almost
we should
ready now.
still have all the speed in it, so. We're on the inside of Austin Hill.
You got room. You're
We're
clear
in
there.
front of Austin Hill.
Down, has to
A
go.
nice
Good
drive
drive
off of the restart. And here we go into 1 and 2. We'll get around a couple laps and then we'll speed things up. We haven't had to speed up yet in the race, but as you know, the race is a bit shorter. So that's part of the reason why we're going to do that and are able to do that. Let's see how our 4 feels, though. Curious about that. It probably feels pretty good anyway. Not really. I mean, it was fine, but it didn't feel great. Enfinger takes the spot from Hill, or they're side-by-side racing, and he has the advantage right now. But this is a big deal for us. Yeah, Enfinger keeping 8/10 on us, so he's not going away. Of course, you're aware that we had a little scuffle on accident earlier. Definitely not intentional, more me not paying attention as usual. As I bounced off the wall, bounced off him, and he spun it out, or it spun it out, and backed that thing into a wall. But he's still on the track, and he's in second place, so he can't be too upset in my opinion. I'll buy him an ice cream after the race. Get him an ice cream sandwich. Everyone likes ice cream sandwiches. Get him a double stuffed ice cream cookie. Those are the bomb. Oh, those are delicious. Those chocolate chip ice cream cookie cake things. Oh, unbelievable. My wife has to get a separate box for me and my daughter. Otherwise, she'll just eat them all, and I won't get any. Go. All right, yeah, I feel pretty good about this. Let's go ahead. We've got 21 in the tank. That's a pretty good speed up, so we'll go ahead and speed it up until we are pitting for the final time in the race, really. I believe that's it. Or do we have to pit twice? Let's see. How much do we have in the tank right now? 21, 38 in the race. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're fine. So anyway, we'll be back at it when we're pitting for the final time in the race.
Caution's out. Wave them off.
Caution comes out. We won't be pitting. I don't know why I have the pit set up. I just want to see who the caution is for. Doesn't even tell me who the caution is actually for.
All right, man. You're coming to the green.
We're going to speed
Almost
things
ready
up
now.
as soon as we get to
Green
the
flag,
start-finish
green
line.
flag. Car outside. Hold your
And
line.
we'll be back again when we pit.
All right, you're clear.
Not sure what the caution was for. It wasn't us. I mean, we got loose, but we didn't have anything that stopped us. Stuart Friesen out of the race. So is Speedy Jones. I don't know what the caution was for, but we'll pit for the final time. I don't know how many laps we even have left in the race. I was just kind of vibing out. I booped Carpenter and then drove it down after I barely had contact with him. Drove it down and then ended up we were swerving, but we certainly didn't. Nothing we did warranted a caution to come out. Carpenter wasn't out of shape. We weren't out of shape, so that was really weird. Carpenter's back on the lead lap after that. I don't really know. Really wanted green flag stops. I wanted to see how that all played out, so I don't know what happened. That's another reason why I don't want the stages in the higher levels. It's because in this game, it seems like there's always a caution in that third stage that splits it up absolutely perfectly, and that, that's not fun. 17 to go in the race, and got a big lead already, of course. And the other nice thing was, if I'm coming back to talk after green flag stops, which was my intention, we were, going to have 13 or so laps that we were going to be able to talk while we were weaving our way through lap traffic, which was going to be fun. Now it would take us, I think, the whole time just to catch back up to the lap traffic. So we'll see how that all turns out, I guess. At this point, I guess we can just speed it up until there's 5 to go, and then if anything changes in the interim, I'll go ahead and come back on the mic. But otherwise, I see no purpose in me just sitting here. I don't really have much to talk about. And here we are, just in the lead and driving away from Grant Enfinger. So we'll go ahead and speed it up until there's 5 to go in the race, and we'll be back on the mic. Unless something incredible happens between now and then, that's when we will be back on the mic. Spencer Boyd appears to have a problem in his pitting. We're not going to pit. This is going to leave us with, I don't know, probably 5 to go now. I would think.
All right, man.
Maybe less.
Green.
We'll find out right now.
Hammer down. Car on the outside now.
Got Grant Enfinger on our outside and exactly 5 laps to go. So there's that answer. I was practicing driving the high line and the middle line just to see, and of course when I was doing it we started to lose time, even though we were driving just as fast, I thought. We started to have everybody catch up to us, so you really can't run other lines on this track or on these tracks. I mean, at least not from what I just experienced, unless, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think that you can. Maybe I'm wrong, though. And the reason why I fumbled through saying that is because when I'm driving side by side with these trucks, sometimes I'm able to have better or have faster times, or I've seen them when they're driving the outside sometimes, especially when I had a lower end truck. It would just drive away from me. Now I've got a 95 overall truck, and I'm a little surprised that they are catching me when I run the middle or the high line. So we will be doing the next race at Iowa in the truck series on legend difficulty. Plus, like I said, we're going to have a lot of the drivers are going to be really high rated after this. A lot of the subscriber drivers after the next truck race. So I'll expect that to be an added challenge. You're going to see them up front. A lot of them are going to be up front going forward to finish out this season.
2 to go.
Got 2 laps left in the race. And, you know, it's a big track. I don't know how they consider this just a speedway. I guess because it's not. I don't really know. I mean, it's over 2 miles. It's like 2.125 miles or something like that. Because he had 84 laps on a 200-mile race, or 167 on a 400-mile race. So kind of makes you think. Obviously, it's over 2 miles. Not think, it makes you know it's over 2 miles around. How is that not a super speedway? And then they call other tracks that are, in my opinion, short tracks, they consider them speedway tracks. So I'm like, what is the... I thought it was based on the size of the track. Guess I'm wrong. They consider Dover a speedway, and I consider that a short track. It's a mile around. But with the banking, yeah, you go fast, but you don't... I mean, you're not doing 170. You're doing 130, 140. I don't know.
Good driver.
But there we go, folks. Another victory in the books. That's 3 in a row. And we need to save our equipment, so we're not going to burn it out. I lied. Ooh, here, let's do this, actually, now that I just smashed the truck up. I didn't do this before. There we go. Let's get the crowd all riled up. Bring it up into second gear. No control over what I'm doing right now. I mean, I have control, but I'm not exactly the best burner out. Well, maybe I am pretty dang good. That was enough of that. Good times. Top 5, Savoy Hill, Enfinger, Crafton, and Schildhouse. AI drivers. Subscriber drivers, Kane, 6th. Cost finished where he qualified in the 10th place. Stout, 16th. Kenseth, 18th. Bethel, 20th. Egan, 21st. Perez, 22nd. Graham, 23rd. Norton, 24th. Novick, 25th. Smith, 26th. Malone, 27th. Chavez, 28th. Oliveira, 29th. Carpenter, 30th. And Speedy Jones DNF'd it, 32nd place. There we are, celebrating against this generic trophy they give us every time we win. We had the fastest lap of the race. We led the most laps in the race. Natalie Decker started 32nd, finished 9th. Congratulations to her. And Stuart Friesen, unfortunate for him, started 3rd, finished 31st. Tyler Hill with the compliment to us, and he is now kind, even though he does not race. So thanks for that. I'm just going to run through this real quick to show you what we have upcoming. A lot of these drivers, as you know, will be replaced with subscriber drivers or the 2023 drivers. But just looking at the relationships we have in this series, now that I knew what to not do. And here we're sitting at, I mean, everything is nice, kind, happy, stars neutral, but for the most nice, kind, friend, happy. I know I've got Sieg is annoyed. He's been annoyed for a while now. Castle, I mean, that makes sense, to be honest with you. So, but only 2 people, and they're not even close to rivals. So we're doing so much better here. It's ridiculous. I just wanted to show that in the next race, we're actually not going to be running at Texas in Xfinity. We're traveling up to the Midwest of Michigan, and that's where our next race will be at for the Xfinity Series. I did set it to 2 top 20s, looking for that big payout of $40,000, and hopefully we can keep the momentum going there. But folks, that is going to do it for this episode. I would like to take a moment out to say thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.